Hi everybody. So after a long absence in the studio, probably a little over 2 months now since I painted anything until I painted this one behind me. I hadn't been painting for over 2 months and I'm telling you, I'm feeling rusty. So I'm back at it, and my objective this year is to attempt to paint two creations a week. And so at the end of the year, I'll have close to 100 paintings, hopefully, that I will have developed this year. So we'll see how I do. I need to get back to doing using my gifts, because if you don't use the gifts God gives you, then you're going to lose them. From lack of participating in them, and I think the Lord just takes it away from you. And I realized that He had given me this gift a little over 3 years ago now. And so it's time for me to take it really seriously and to use it as He would have me use it. So I find I'm drawn to landscapes and seascapes, anything with nature really, as far as water, trees, hills, landscapes, seascapes, waterscapes. And occasionally I take a stab at doing, portraits. I've done a handful that I felt were successful, but that needs a lot more practice. I use graphite and colored pencil. So pray for me this year that I am able to stay with my my objectives, because as this station or channel is called Renewed Paths, I really think it's important that as we age and as we get into retirement and that we need to create new paths or renew old paths that we have to follow, because it's very easy to become complacent in retirement. Personally, I love retirement, but even in my retirement, I've been keeping myself really busy. I work casual part-time at the college here, with the medical students, particularly the nursing students, the PSW students, the paramedics, the dentists, the dental students. I play roles. It's called a simulated participant role. And so I go in and I play a patient, along with about 70 other people who are in this program with me, that come in and we act. We act like a patient. We have symptoms that the students have to diagnose and treat, etc. And I find that a lot of fun. And it kind of ticks the box of my having always wanted to do something in the line of acting, and it is fun and I do enjoy it. And then there's my painting. And over the last 3 years, I've done some pretty nice pieces, but this year I want to do a more steady approach to my painting. I'm going to create a website where you can go and look at my paintings, and if you have an interest, you can purchase to hang on your walls. It's lovely for an artist if one of their pieces finds a home, and that's what I want to try and do this year. I don't think we should ever stop doing. We should always keep busy. And it actually keeps you, they've got studies that show that it keeps you kind of younger. It allows for the brain to stay active. And they say that you should do more. I was just reading this recently. You should do more than just, the puzzles where you circle words and find words and all that kind of thing, or create words. I mean, and those are fun, and there's nothing wrong with those. But they say that that is not enough, that you should get into an active hobby, something that you actively participate in. And for me, that's painting. Also, writing. As some of you probably know, I published a romance novel, almost 3 years ago now, and I've still been dilly-dallying on doing a follow-up novel. And so that's another thing this year that I am going to try diligently to get active in again. So this is, we're still in January, so it's still the first of the year. And I'm determined to really use my gifts and talents this year that the Lord has given me. Even years ago when I worked and I was a hairstylist, that for me was a form of artistry, because you took people's hair and turned it into something beautiful for them. And that's what my art is for me. That's what my writing is for me. That's what my acting at the college is for me. It's creating. Just as, the Lord created, He created in us talents and gifts. And my gift is painting. My other gift is words. Although you wouldn't know it from this blog. But yes. So let's see if I get better this year. Hopefully my postings here on the channel will be a little more coherent. I kind of just went at this cold turkey today because I thought, you know what? I'm rusty at everything. I haven't posted much last year on this channel. I didn't do as many paintings last year as I thought I would do. I did not write at all last year. So it's time to get off my duff and really, really make an effort. I want to make something, I want to make a legacy for those that come after me, to show them that there's no age that's too old, and conversely, there's no age that's too young to pursue dreams. Now, I've had a kind of a vague dream of being an artist since I was a little kid. And I'm 73 now. Yes, I turned 73. Oh my stars, who would have guessed? But I've turned 73. And this is something that's kind of been in my being, in my soul, in my psyche since I was, 6 years old or so. I used to have visions of me doing just what I'm doing here. So it's time to giddy up and get it done. So stay with me, come on this journey with me, and we'll talk about renewing paths in your life. We'll talk about the challenges of retirement, maybe the challenges of aging, but we're also going to talk about the good things about aging, the freedoms that we have, the things we let go of that just aren't as important to us as they were when we were younger. And, everything seems so vital, you just had to do this and you just had to have it that way. And you just had to have that thing. And, you get a little older and you find out that, you know what? You really don't need all that stuff. You really don't have to. And even in the Bible, the Lord encourages us to just rest in Him. Just trust that you're always in the right place at the right time. That if you're listening to Him, you're pursuing the areas that He intended for you to pursue. And that He has given you gifts that even in old age, you can renew yourself like the eagles, and you can fly. You can fly at any age in anything you choose to put your hand to. So I know that this is a gift, and he's been reminding me lately that it's time to use it. So that's what we're going to do. Have a great day. Have a great week. I'm going to try and post a couple times a week. I don't want to put any more pressure on myself than that to do it a couple times a week. So have a great day again, as I say. Let me get back to work. There's some finishing touches I want to do with this particular piece that I'm working on, and I want to start a new piece today because after all, the objective is 2 pieces per week. So I'm off. Talk to you next time.